Hi guys, I'm Miranda, half of M&M Books, and today I'm here to do a book talk for The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. Before we get started, I just want to put it out there that this is all my personal opinion. If you guys disagree with me at any point, let me know in the comments below and we can discuss it. I really want to have a book talk. This is why I make these. But again, it's only my opinion, so please don't let it sway yours or don't let it offend you. With that out there, let's get into it. Now, for everyone who hasn't read the book, I'm going to go over some brief, non-spoilery pros and cons of the book and a brief summary as well, so you guys can know what you're getting into before you start reading. Pros. The writing in this book was what really made it stand out to me. It was different, it was new, it was interesting. The way you describe things was different. All the characters had a motivation and they were all believable, and oh my gosh, guys, my biggest pet peeve is insta-love, and I am happy to report that there's no insta-love in this book. It makes me so happy, and just the story in general I really liked. Some of the cons to this book, however, and before you guys get your pitchforks out and start yelling at me for this, I didn't really think it was memorable. And to explain that, I mean, you know those books that you just reread just because you think it will be fun and not because you have to for anything? This was not one of those books for me. The only time I've ever reread this is maybe halfway through when I felt like it, and then again for this video because I read this book a while ago. But other than that, I'm happy to report that I didn't have any other cons for this book. On to the summary of the book. This book follows a teenage girl named Cassie, otherwise known as Cassiopeia.
Cassiopeia! I'm Cassie, I'm just Cassie!
Which is spelled C-A-S-S-I-O-P-E-I-A. And I tell you this only because I had to look it up because I just suck at spelling that much. Who has gone through 4 waves of an alien invasion. This book picks up going into the 5th wave, and it shows how they got there through flashbacks and point of view changes, which is interesting because it makes the information dumps less of a struggle to get through. And that's partly due to the writing, which again, props to Rick Yancey for the amazing writing in this book. This book was a sci-fi / mystery / romance, and while that might sound intimidating, once you get started reading, it really isn't. My grade for this book was a B+ / A-, and while that might not sound that good, I'm really stingy with my A's, so for me this was a good grade. That's it for our non-spoilery section. Come back and listen to the rest of this when you're done reading the book. I'd really like to have a discussion with everybody. Getting into the spoilery section of this video, has everybody else noticed, or is it just me, that there are a lot of kick-butt characters, mainly girls in this book, which is really refreshing to see. There's Cassie, there's Ringer, and even in the way that Cassie sometimes talks, her inner monologue, you can just tell that she can kick some butt. Now, the waves in order from the 1st wave to the 4th wave is that the electronics all go out, that there's an earthquake which causes a lot of tsunamis. The 3rd wave is the spreading of disease through the birds, and this is the wave that kills Cassie's mom. The 4th is that they're among them, and this is the wave that kills Cassie's dad, in what I am calling the camp massacre, kind of. Talking about Cassie's family, her little brother, Sammy, is adorable and basically her motivation throughout the whole thing, which, like I said, is very believable. And he also becomes, who I'm going to talk about next, Ben Parrish's motivation throughout the whole thing. His family is dead, and he almost dies with the disease that was causing the 3rd wave. And like I said, he becomes his motivation, and their relationship, that brother-brother relationship, is absolutely adorable. Basically anything related with Sammy is adorable, except for the whole army that's massacring people and he's in, that's basically the 5th wave, but who cares about that, right? We can all look past it. Sammy's adorable. One of the main scenes with Ben Parrish in it is when they finally find out for the first time, Ringer and Ben, that they are actually the 5th wave, and it's tension-filled as anything in this book. It's crazy, it messes with your mind, and it shows that it's messing with their mind, and it's crazy. Like I said, it's just terrifying to think what would happen in that situation when you realize that this entire time you've been shooting people that are absolutely innocent that you did not know were innocent. I hate you, Vosh, who is the guy that killed Cassie's dad. Even more reason to hate him, and especially because his name is so hard to pronounce. How do you pronounce that? V-O-S-C-H? Now, speaking about relationships, we could not stop. We have to talk about Cassie and Evan. And like I said before, this relationship is not insta-lovey, and it makes me laugh so much how they talk to each other. And as we all know, Evan is later revealed to be a silencer, the actual one who shot her in the leg on the highway, and he kind of nourishes her back to health. And it's kind of, their interactions are just hilarious in the way that you wouldn't think it would be. Again, it's kind of the writing style that is set up for this book. Now, when Cassie finds out Evan's secret, it would normally in any book be this kind of tension-filled, and it is at the beginning, but when he meets up with her again, when she's in this very traumatic state of just screaming and not knowing that she's actually screaming, the conversation that they have when Evan finds Cassie in that state is absolutely hilarious. Not but, Cassie, and. I am human and I'm not. I'm neither and I am both. I am other and I am you. I look into his eyes, deep set and very dark in the shadowy air, and say, you make me want to puke. And they make up because of it, and then they end up splitting up when Cassie goes to get Sam back, and Evan's all, oh, I'm not gonna come with you, but he ends up being there. Now, while that scene was a very big part of the book, I don't really want to go over it too much because you guys are here and you've read it, so you have your own feelings for it. The only thing I really want to talk about is the end to this book and how much I am traumatized because of it. Evan is gone. My Evan is gone. Okay, don't get me wrong, I know that there is a sequel out there, and I plan to read it soon, but I'm honestly kind of scared to because I haven't exactly heard the best reviews for it, but again, I'm going to read it because I want my Evan back. How they ended the book was kind of weird, because it's Sammy, and then Ben, and then Cassie all staring off into the sunrise, which, I mean, symbolic and everything, and I really liked Sammy and Cassie. Sammy meeting with the group again, and then Cassie meeting the group for the first time, the squad, their squad, I think that's what it's called. I'm unprepared. As you all know, this book was made into a movie, and I honestly can't really say much about it because I saw it, but I don't really remember much from it, which kind of says something about it. But in terms of, was it accurate to the book? There was definitely parts that I saw that matched up great, but there was also definitely parts that did not go in the book and that was in the book that definitely was not in the movie. Cue Evan's shirtless scene, which did not need to be there, but I do know why they put it there. So guys, let me know what you thought about this book talk. It's the first one that's going up on this channel, and I'm proud to say this is one of the very few books that I have read that Emily has not, and I say view very seriously. She's read so many books. It's our first book talk for this channel, and I just want you guys to let us know in the comments below if you liked it. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you like this video, and let us know what you guys want us to do next in the comments below. I'll leave the usernames to our Instagram and Twitter down below in the description if you guys want to check us out there, and we have posts every time we update a video, and we also post out just random stuff because we're bored. Bye!